Yeah. I love jazz music. Let's get some jazz music in that motherfucker today.
Yes,
I was
sir.
gonna play our usual thing for Get Money Sports here, play that Georgia Bulldog scene, but y'all motherfuckers embarrassed me last night.
Oh my
Y'all,
God.
y'all
Oh
embarrassed the shit out of
God.
me.
Oh
Look at
my
me, man.
God.
Look at me. I'm in Raider gear. I got
DC ain't
Jerry. I
finished.
got Jerry gear. I mean, I couldn't even put my boys on. I
No.
understand. 8 overtime. D minus. Talk to me, please.
Oh my God. Look, good morning, everybody, man. But oh my God. It's like I stopped DC. This is the first time ever I turned to TV in the first quarter and started watching DVR. No lie. I ain't watched the game no more until the fourth quarter, brother. It was embarrassing. Embarrassing, man. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Now, no disrespect to that young man, the
Right.
quarterback from Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
You had yourself a game against a soft ass defense. Because I promise
Man.
you, if that defense shows up for Texas A&M or Texas,
Yeah. We getting killed.
we gonna get killed,
Yes.
absolutely destroyed. That was so embarrassing as a Georgia fan, and most as Georgia fans, we get this rumor like that we're a bunch of whiny people when it comes to the rankings, and whiny when we lose, always blaming on somebody. It'd be really easy to say, you know what? We weren't ready for a Friday game. It's supposed to be on Saturday. Fuck that, man. Y'all embarrass me.
Yeah, that was a big embarrassment, man. I mean, go 8 overtime. How's our Georgia Tech? They did what they're supposed to do. They almost upset us, and I thought, honestly, DC, I thought after the pass, the third overtime, I was
Oh
like, we
yeah,
about to
yeah,
lose.
yeah.
I was like, we about to lose.
Yep,
And hats off to Georgia Tech. They played us hard. Look, they beat Miami early in the year, so I ain't tripping on that.
yep.
But Georgia defense is soft as marshmallows, man. And seriously, and Beck was the front runner for the MVP. I mean, Heisman.
Yep.
And I don't know what the hell is going on with him. He trash too. No lie.
Yep. We remember, like, everybody was looking at me in week one. We came on here, and it said Carson Beck was a front runner. Front runner to what? He first in line at the fucking Friday, the Black Friday sale.
Yeah, something.
And he's
Because I
not
don't
even
know.
a good talker in the post game. Like, they came up to him, and he was praising the team for staying together and coming away with a win.
I mean, bruh, like seriously. I mean, his decision making has gotten
It's
worse each
terrible.
game, man. Each
Yeah.
game is gotten worse, man. And I don't understand what it is, man. Kirby got to go and talk to these guys, man, and really buckle down. Again, a second half team again. I mean, one half team again. We was down what 17-0 first in the first
Yep.
half.
23.
23. I mean, come on, man. Really? Come on, man.
It's terrible. It was absolutely terrible. And as a Georgia fan, the best thing about yesterday's game was we only got to watch Carson play about two more games.
Yeah.
And we got two 5-star studs on the bench. And I'll give it up to Kirby. Kirby stays with his boy no matter how bad he's doing.
Yeah.
And the boys like playing with Carson, but I never seen somebody mature in the opposite direction intelligently.
Right.
With intellectually, he's still maturing as far as size and learning how to do this and that better, but his brain is mush.
Yeah, it's like it's fried or something. Like he just don't have no kind of qualities of a leadership, man. Like it's bad, man. And like I said, it gotten worse with each game that it came on, man. Like, I mean, with the exception of Texas, he did pretty good in that
I
game.
mean, I mean, I
You
can't we
know,
just say, like, Doug Flutie had a good game.
yeah.
That didn't make him a great quarterback. Just
No,
saying.
yeah, right, right.
Yeah,
So this let
yeah.
me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Has he lowered his stock for draft?
He doesn't get drafted.
Really?
He doesn't. I don't think he gets drafted. I mean, you think about the quarterbacks coming out. There are so many other quarterbacks that I can develop that are trending up. You don't buy stock when it's trending down. And I guess Carson Beck was a super stud before this season started. I didn't think so. I've always thought he's mediocre.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
with great weapons around him. Great
Right,
weapons around him.
right.
Okay? And I was just thinking, if Beck goes down at any time, and this is before the season started, if Beck went down, we got two guys ready to go.
Oh yeah,
And
for sure.
I wasn't waiting for the day because I feel like he's competent enough to run our offense. Talking about the beginning of the year, and it
Right.
seems like as he's gotten more confident, he losing something, football knowledge, something's going on.
Yeah, it's definitely something going on, man. And like I said, I don't know what it is. As far as his stock, as far as NFL draft, I think somebody will pick him up, but I think his stock has definitely went down. It definitely went
Let's
down.
just Google that. I'm gonna Carson Beck projected draft.
And he was first round, I know, at the beginning of the season.
He
But
was in the Heisman race at the beginning of the season. He was
of course,
okay. Carson Beck. Here it's right here. It's very. He said that Beck would be a third to fifth rounder and no
oh,
lock for a top 100 selection. He's
mm,
got the quickest release of all these guys, said the NFL scout, but his NFL brain has had rough patches.
yes, and I agree. Like I said, his stock has definitely went down. It'll be like somebody will draft him, but it's definitely gonna be a high 6, 7 round.
Wow. Third or fifth round. What do you think?
Wow.
Is that too much penalty, you think?
Um, I mean, you got to think about it, DC. I think that third and fifth round is not bad. I mean,
It
for a
ain't.
quarterback,
It
I mean,
ain't.
because you got quarterbacks that have been in 7 round and winning Super Bowls. So I don't
Tom
think the
Brady.
rounds mean nothing, but I think his stock, as far as his stock went completely down. Man, I think that it hurt. It's gonna hurt his pockets probably, but he'll still get drafted.
I mean, all I can say is when the live version of South Park goes out, he has got he has got Timmy locked down.
I'm trying
Timmy,
to tell you.
Timmy. This segment is brought to you by Gatorade Sports Drink, who reminds you that ethics are. How come every time I cap on somebody, the next thing to do is say the Gatorade thing, and it's about ethics.
It comes right on
Gatorade,
time, don't it? It run right into the stir.
Gatorade, y'all need to write me a new
Right.
line. I probably shouldn't talk about ethics. Anyways, Gatorade reminds you ethics. Everybody should practice ethics. I practice, but I'm still practicing. I'm not good at it yet. Everything Gatorade gives back. All right, so what did you think when? Because D minus gets a video, gets an outline, and it says play video of the mother faker.
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going right now with this?
Because I was looking at that. I'm like, what is this faker thing he talking about? I said I couldn't figure out what you was talking about. So
What sport do you think it's in?
it got to be basketball.
Okay, that's what I thought too. That's where I was trying to go with it. It's not basketball.
It's not basketball. Okay.
It's not. Because then I thought you were going to think, oh, he's going to run some video of Mike Tyson's punches.
Oh yeah, that shit was crazy.
All right. This is worse than that.
Oh wow.
North Texas is playing SEC Arkansas.
Okay.
I want to show you, in my opinion, if you want to know what the word mother faker means, and we all know what we're doing here, we're making a pun on words, change the U to an A. That's it. Don't be putting no symbols in there. Just mother faker, one word.
Okay.
This is the definition of faker. And you see here, we have a punt lined up. Arkansas is going to punt to North Texas, and this is what happens.
Oh, spinner on that. That's a smart play to catch that at the 10-yard line there by Keegan Brewer. So North Texas is coming to Fayetteville and showing no sign.
He could go.
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 Down the side.
Way.
This is going to be a touchdown.
Wow.
Appreciate it.
D minus. Have you ever seen anything like that in the SEC?
No, but that was a hell of a goddamn fake, boy. I mean, did they not see? He didn't call a fair catch or nothing, did he? I mean,
The Arkansas guy is right in front of him waiting, and he's just standing there. And the guy catches the ball, and he and I think he says, "Good catch."
Damn. They're gonna say bye-bye.
That is the definition of mother faker. 100%.
A nice one. That was
Facts.
a nice one.
Facts. D minus. What? Speaking of mother faker, there's a mother fake. There's some mother fickers in Chicago. Talk to me.
Man, check this out, DC. So I sent out this story before this happened. And I put out a story like Chicago Bears coaching staff, all of them should be fired. And they should be fired because what happened with 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter of the Chicago Bears and Detroit Lions football match. Now, recently, he came out Friday, they fired Matt Eberflus. I think that's his name. Eberflus, whatever his name is. Eberflus.
We can butcher it. It's okay.
Yeah. Was fired on Friday. Now, I'm going to ask you this, DC. Did you see the last 32 seconds of that game?
Absolutely.
Okay, so let me ask you this. It's 3rd and 10, right? They on a what? Maybe 40-yard line, 38-yard line. 32 seconds left. You got one timeout left, man, right?
Yep.
What are you going to do in that instant? The clock is running now. What would you do? You're not a coach, but we got a sports show. We know about sports. What would you do in that scenario?
Spike the ball.
Spike the ball, or even call the last timeout. You know what happened, DC? The clock kept rolling. 32, 31, 30, 29. And they still sitting there looking for somebody to do something. So Caleb get behind center. They hike the ball and throw it. Incomplete. No time left. And you got one timeout still in your possession. What the hell was Chicago thinking about?
I think my favorite picture of all this, and I like the fact that you wrote the story on Wednesday before he got fired, because I said absolutely spot on that Eberflus is fired, but promoting brand new OC Thomas Brown to HC, and it's just not that. Let's get this straight. The OC had the ball, not the head coach.
Right.
The OC had the ball. Thomas Brown, and I'm not trying to get Eberflus off any kind of hook, but Thomas Brown has the playbook at 32 seconds. At no time, the best view I saw of this was an overhead view of the sideline. Yeah. I don't know how many coaches there are, so I'm not going to try to – I'm going to say there's more than 5, though. I know that.
Hell yeah.
I can name 5 coaches.
Right.
At 32 seconds, when Williams went like this, trying to get the offense back to the fucking line,
right?
What the fuck is going on the sideline? Every single coach was like this, except for Thomas Brown. Guess what Thomas Brown was doing? He was like this in his book, covering his microphone, talking to Caleb. The fucking play is spike the ball.
Yes.
Your head coach looked at Eberflus, looked at Brown, supposedly. Eberflus said the play went according to the way I wanted it to go. So Eberflus, Brown, during the play before that, Eberflus says, I want to save my timeout. There's only one play, spike the ball, D-.
Yes, correct. And the thing about it is, even if you don't spike the ball and they see all that time is running down, somebody got to take the initiative and just say, fuck it, call timeout. I mean, even Caleb Williams should have called timeout. I'm with you. Somebody should have called time. It's too many players, like you said, it's too many coaches and too many captains on that team not to be managing this clock. And they had a chance to beat Detroit or even go to overtime with Detroit. I mean, come on, man. That's a division game. You're still in the hunt per se, Yep. I mean, I don't know. But that game there was a prime example of the failure in Chicago. And it's always going to be – Justin Fields wasn't a problem.
Coaching.
It's the coaching, man. And Keenan Allen said it best after the game.
Facts.
He said, we as players did what we did to win the game. We could have won this game. We as the players. He didn't say the coach. Mm-hmm. He said we as a player did enough to win this game. And I damn sure believe him in that.
I totally do too. The owners when they decided to hire Thomas Brown, I put the quote in here. They say they're going to hire Thomas Brown. Oh, no, they're going to promote make Thomas Brown the interim coach and promote him from OC to HC, but they're going to let him still call plays. For those on the radio, I'm doing them little bunny ears. I love to do this shit. To keep continuity with Williams.
Yeah.
Let me add, this is not smart football. And I'm talking to all the rich people that don't play football in Chicago. The owners.
Right.
Okay? That's not smart football. Caleb Williams is a brand new quarterback. Thomas Brown has no OC experience. He has no head coach experience. Keeping continuity with a new quarterback and someone with no experience is unsmart football. This job belongs to Brian Flores. Tell me I'm wrong.
Oh yeah, I love that for Brian Flores come in and work with Caleb.
Clean house.
And another thing is to DC. Do you think this hurting Caleb Williams because now you got this guy has a winning program, winning history with him. Do you think it's hurting Caleb Williams in the long run because that's what's killing Chicago right now? They have no winning structure, and I think Brian Flores would be very good for that coaching job, man.
Brian Flores' main rumor, the bad about Brian Flores people don't like, is Brian doesn't want to come into a coaching staff that's already present. He wants to bring his own people. That's his MO. That's exactly what Chicago needs. And then to answer your question about Williams, and I know we're going to get some flack about this, and I don't give a shit, okay? I'm saying it here first. If Caleb Williams was a winner, he would have called timeout.
There you go.
That's it. And I'm just leaving it at that, okay? You got people barking in your ear, okay? I can name 10 quarterbacks right now that would have called timeout. And you know where I'll start? Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah.
And after that, I'll go to everybody that's up there in Green Bay. Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and then we'll go over to all your old quarterbacks. The one thing about being a quarterback you have to understand is you're on the field. Those coaches are on the sideline. If you see something as your job, because you're going to be the star, it's your job to change shit up.
Now, do you think that you can have an excuse for him because he's a rookie? Or
no,
they got nothing to do with it.
But he's not a winner. They might make him a winner down the line, but he's not a winner right now, which means he should probably be on the bench. So if you're not a winner and you should be on the bench and you make a decision that your coach didn't tell you to do, what's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to call a timeout. They're going to bench you. The backup quarterback's going to come in. They're going to win the game. You're still going to play next week because you made the right choice.
Yeah, I agree. And the thing about it is that was no excuse for that to happen. The worst should have been at least kicking a field goal, or he's trying to kick a field goal to go to overtime. That was no excuse for that shit. None.
Let me ask you a question because we'll put it back on Keenan Allen. Why didn't Keenan Allen call timeout?
That's true too. I would have, like I said, these captains, these coaches, somebody should have looked up and said, wait, ref, timeout.
I mean, he said the players are all looking.
Yeah, they was looking because I guess they want the coach to sit there and say, hey, be a coach and manage this game right.
Now
shouldn't have to call timeout.
I'm with you.
Should already have this management in this. He should 1 minute drill, 2 minute drill. He already should have this in his head. When you gonna call timeout? When the 2 minute warning coming up? What they should have already in his head, man. So he has no coaching experience. That's what I look at. He had no game management plan. He had nothing, man.
But we already knew Eberflus was guilty of this all the time. The fact that you have a rookie OC. Anybody that's veteran player on that Chicago Bears team that would have called timeout, I mean, the way I would have reported that, I would have said, hey, good veteran move by Allen on the rookie OC. Yeah. Helping. I mean, Allen's going to go in there and he's going to say, we as the players did everything we could. No, you didn't. Yeah. You're a veteran player. All you got to do is turn and call timeout. And when your coach gets fucking pissed off and says, oh, my God, I want to say my timeout for the fucking dude. You weren't have time for that.
But that's like going over your head, DC.
It is.
If I have a problem, I'm gonna skip over you and go to the management team, which I can come to you and try to solve it. But now if I don't solve it with you, then I go over your head and try to see if I can get it rectified. Keenan Allen should not be in a position where he have to call timeout for a coach that should be
Yeah.
doing that shit. So I agree with you, but I don't agree with it because Ken Adams is not a coach. He's a player. And
Like when he was standing in line going like this, what does this mean?
they're
Like he's
"Come
like
on, man, what
this.
you doing?"
It means like he's like, Coach, what are you doing?
Right.
Okay, Coach is smoking a joint. You're not there. Do it for him. Time out.
Mhm.
Say it. There was an easy way out of this for all the veterans that were on the field.
That's true.
Anybody that put their hands up at 20 seconds and going, come on, hike the ball.
Come on, like for real.
If you know and you turn to coach and coach doesn't recognize it, call timeout.
Yeah.
At least your team's going to have a chance to win. You're going to get benched. You might, but your team has a chance to win.
But
What has to happen there?
I mean, I knew he was going to get fired. That's why I put the story.
Oh yeah.
That was a fireable situation. Like you had no management, no game plan. Of a minute left in the game.
I mean, are you surprised that Thomas Brown stays and moves up?
I would have fired the whole coaching staff. That's me.
Yeah. I would fire Tom. I woke up the next day thinking, man, Thomas Brown's toast. He was sitting there with this is what he looked like. Okay? He was like this. He was looking at his playbook with 32 seconds left after the head coach told him, I want to save my timeout. Because Eberflus made a statement and said, we were planning to kick a field goal with our timeout. So Eberflus tells the OC, save the timeout. Okay, so now you got all these plays. All these plays around here, and you're looking for a play with 32 seconds that's not spike the ball.
Wait a minute. What? So all that time you had off that clock that was going on, when was you going to try to kick a field goal? Because you had no play to run.
I know.
We were sitting there like, what play we running right now? Nobody said anything, man. The only person I probably wouldn't have fired was the defense. And the defense coordinators and all that, they shut Detroit down second half.
There you go.
They gave them an opportunity to win the game, and they fucked it.
Yeah. Facts. So why not fire the OC and the HC and make the DC put the DC in there, baby. Put the DC in there. You know, there'd been a couple. Look at Art Shell. Art Shell was DC, got promoted.
Yeah.
He had a couple good years with the Raiders. Yeah. All right, let's get off the Bears for a little while. Let's get on the Cowboys. Teddy TKO. Anyways, Teddy TKO, Kuta sent the story. And I want to make sure you know it's not me.
I know, right?
The Dallas Cowboys got their first home win in nearly a year. I'm reading Kuta's words. Is it too late for them to make a run at the playoffs and be in the hunt? Mine says, come on now. You beat the Giants. Next question.
You know what I said?
Why? You remember a couple weeks ago we had something about, I think Teddy was saying, well, we always put the Cowboys up there, so we got to talk about them. Why are we all talking about them being in the hunt, D? So
they got two division games, 2 division wins in a row. They beat Washington, and now they beat the Giants. So there is a slim hope. But Philly will have to fucking go on a losing streak in order for that to happen. So no, I don't believe that they're on a. Micah Parsons said it. He said, we back. Hey, that ain't my words. That's Micah Parsons' words.
Wait. Come on, Micah.
So check this out, DC. Chicago did something good for me because I picked Detroit on my parlay and I almost messed up. Dallas did me a favor. I picked Dallas on my parlay and I picked Kansas City. Y'all did me a favor yesterday. So yesterday, all these days, I was a Dallas fan the other day. I was a Detroit Lions fan the other day, and I was a Kansas City fan because they making me money. Now, to answer your question, Dallas defense still, they showed up. Now,
they are.
A credit, they was against the Giants.
Okay, thank you.
But they looked pretty damn good. I went to go pick them up in my fantasy, and they gave me 18 points. So, hey, I picked them up yesterday, and they gave me 18 points for that game. And I said, damn, that was a good call, DC. That was a good call, DC.
here's my input on that. So I'm here with my son, and my son loves some. I don't know I wish I knew what the gambling thing he uses is, but it's something about picking three things and some shit.
Yeah.
So he goes, Dad, let's do one. And he tells me, here's my options. And one of the options is Drew Lock 20 completions. And I'm only mentioning this because you said that Cowboy defense, they look good, man. They back. And then my boy Micah Parsons come out. He said, man, we back. We back. Drew Lock has not made a live pass in over a year. And he had 23 completions on you, sorry ass fucking Cowboys.
Damn.
Y'all ain't fucking back. You played the fucking Giants, okay?
Yeah.
You played the Giants. No running game. One receiver threatened Neighbors, and he was dropping balls.
Yeah.
Let's get that straight. I mean, how do you say that you're back when one of the things on Prize Picks, I think it was Prize Picks, it says Drew Lock will have 20 completions today. And he goes for 23 completions on you, and we're back.
Yeah, it's Dallas to be on the real thing right now. No, they not going to get to the playoffs. They can't. they not going to do it. And Philly's just playing too good of a ball. Saquon Barkley, man, is just on fire. And I think Washington's going to get their shit together too because they lost 2 in a row. But Dallas has no way of winning because they can't even get the wild card. I don't think. Looking at the standings, I don't think they can get the wild card. They would have to go. We'll have to finish 9 and 8 to do that. But I don't know who the wild card was. But no, I don't see Dallas being back and getting to the playoff hunt. I don't see.
All right, my story here, and I'll go single screen because Demise these breaks too sometimes. Let me see where am I go here. Here we go. All right, so the Los Angeles Dodgers have signed Blake Snell to a 5-year, $182 million contract on Wednesday, making it the 5th contract worth at least $100 million in their franchise they're playing currently. My question is, are they becoming the Yankees of the West Coast when it comes to buying players for championships? But before I go into the question, last night they inked Tommy Edman to a 5-year, $74 million contract extension. And here's the funny part. Tommy had 2 years left on his contract, and instead of extending it, they said, you know what, we'll just trash this, Tommy, and we'll give you a new contract, 5 years for 74, and then that way you can defer a third of your money because you can't defer your money in an old contract. So now when I bring D back in here, this is a thing everybody always wondered why the Braves always had such a good farm system. And a lot of people understand that things get reported, there are news on the West Coast that might not be news down here in Atlanta because we keep our shit private. But a long time ago, Chipper Jones restructured, they called it restructuring, it's called deferring. Chipper Jones deferred money because Atlanta Braves were a very small market, and he wanted Andrew Jones here. It was Chipper. The Braves wanted Andrew here. Chipper wanted Andrew here. So he restructured his contract and deferred some money down the road after he gets done retired. Now the Dodgers are doing that. And what that does for baseball is it builds your farm system. Because these players that are playing team are investing in your team's future. If you notice, Chipper retired a long time ago, but you see him at the park all the time because he's got stock in the Braves. He invested some of his money in the Braves, and the Braves are still paying him even though he's not on a payroll, if you feel what I'm saying. D-, is this going to work for the Dodgers now, or are we going to see significant changes in their farm system from all this deferred money, or are we going to see the Yankees and just see they're going to buy players and try to scoop up more championships?
Yeah, they just buying players, man, to scoop more championships, and because they are still in the hunt for the guy from the Yankees, Soto, and if they get Soto, I know they're buying a team. They buying a championship now. And the thing about it is, it's ridiculous, man. I think it should be some kind of cap or something on this type of stuff, man. I mean, like that is almost like cheating baseball. But
It is.
at the same time, I mean, if they don't have any way to stop this thing, hell, if I had the money, I'll go buy a championship my damn self. You know what? I mean, what can you do to stop it? I mean,
Facts.
they have nothing set in place to stop this kind of stuff, man. Because you can go get Juan Soto, then you're gonna get the other pitcher from Japan that's already a target too as well.
Yep.
I mean, it's crazy. Dodgers just getting too greedy, and they are buying championships, man. I don't like it. I don't like it for baseball.
I mean, for baseball, and I'm not going to point out the Dodgers, I'm going to point out everybody. For baseball, there has to be some kind of new rule, and there might be that I don't know about. I mean, I'm not that deep into baseball when it comes to the money side, but if you're allowing these foreign players, like if you go over to Japan and you tell these Japanese baseball players, hey, you're going to make so much money off your endorsements that we're going to defer all of your pay till after you quit baseball. And then if you're smart, get that money and put it in Japan so you have to pay United States taxes.
Right.
And that's all they're doing. They're cheating the system. And the bad part about it for baseball is America's sport. I know everybody loves football. I love it too. But baseball is always going to be America's sport. I don't care if it's too long of a season. That's the way it is. So baseball players, you need to support America. And unfortunately, we live on taxes. Do you know how much money you're sending out of our country to other countries just to let players stay here and invest in your baseball teams?
Yeah.
Ohtani's going to take like $400 million back to Japan, and we will not see any taxes on that. That is unfair to California. And I don't even live there.
Right.
You know what Ohtani does? Ohtani is living in America right now, and he won't pay taxes on the work that he's doing right now to go to work. T-Minus, how do you feel about that? You go to work.
Yeah, I mean, that's not fair. And the thing about it is, why can't these other baseball organizations, like the San Diego Padres and all them and the Braves, go out and buy them a championship? I mean, if they doing it, why can't we do it? And the thing about it is, do we have the money to do it? That's the thing. Because
I think it's more like ethics, man.
You know, I can get that. You know, but
the Braves have never bought big players. Think about the biggest player we bought.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be here for a while.
It'd probably be Chipper, but we ain't buy him. You know, he probably got the most paid. Yeah, we drafted him. But I'm saying he probably got the most paid as far as the contract wise go. I think. Or is it Obbies or somebody like that?
I mean, it's got to be somebody more recent because money's bigger now. But you never see anything like Braves Inc. Like, you got to think about this. When we got Ronald Acuna, he was a stud. Okay, his first contract was 10 years for $100 million.
Yeah,
that is garbage.
Right.
That's $10 million a year for a 5-tool player that went off the sheet the very next year.
But I can see San Diego doing some stuff like this because I think they're going to be – they in a hunt. I mean –
they got to keep up with L.A.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to be the best part out there is the L.A. and San Diego should beat up on each other so it makes it better for us over here.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, we're going to go to our next segment brought to you by Burn by Rocky Patel. Let me just – oh, man, do I have some stories from out last night. Oh, my God.
It was on last night? Shit.
Bro. Oh, my God. Let's see. Let's play the video. All right, Fill in the Blanks is brought to you by Burn by Rocky Patel, located in the Battery at Truist Park, open daily from 4 p.m. to midnight, Fridays and Saturdays to 2 a.m. Shout out to Burn. Derek, what a great place to have a cigar. My story is not about there, though. Last night at the Roxy.
Oh, Roxy.
The building on the other side of BFAM, when we're down there at the Battery, where the Braves play baseball, they had this thing, and it says, Express Karaoke.
Express Karaoke.
It is 36 degrees out. So I start interviewing people in line. What you here for? What you here for? It starts out as I'm here to sing karaoke. And I'm like, sing karaoke for who? And she goes, all of us. All of us pay for a ticket and we get to go in. When we get inside, we tell them what our song is, and then we go sit down and everybody gets to get up on stage one time and sing a karaoke song. All right, at this point, I'm a little sick. So I'm going to walk down about 40 people. I get in that one. I asked this woman, I said, so I hear you paid $39.95 to sing one song in front of all these people right here waiting to sing one song to all these people. And she goes, yeah, it's cool, ain't it? I stopped interviewing her. I went all the way down to the end. And at this point right now, I'm past burn. Okay?
Damn.
And this is the line I find out now. This is the executive line. If you want your song that you're picking to go to the front of the list, you can pay an extra $40 on your ticket, and you can get in this line.
Wow.
So now I'm going to start walking the other way. And I start asking these people that are in the general admission side. They pay $39.95. They're not paying extra money to get in front. They don't give a shit.
Right.
They're there to drink and have fun. I finally met my people. Okay? And I'm like, well, how do they advertise this? Ready? Extreme Karaoke. You have the chance to sing in front of people like Jay-Z, DJ Khaled, Snoop Dogg. So now you're thinking, I'm like, oh my God, they're going to be here? She goes, no. They live stream it for you, and there's a chance.
A chance.
And I'm like, wait the fucking minute. I thank her. I go back to the last one. I get back to the back, and I'm like, you really think Snoop Dogg's watch this shit? And he goes, man, nah. Because if we really care, we just go on our IG and say, I don't know what the hell's going on. She dragged me here. D, there had to be, and I mean dressed to the hilt.
Damn.
Leather miniskirts, asses out at 36 degrees, whole ass.
It's cold. It's cold out there.
The whole ass out, titties out, everything out. Everything was out. Dressed to the hilt to sing one song to the rest of the motherfuckers that were in line. Nobody else was there. Just in case it went live and Jay-Z saw it. D-minus, what is this world coming to?
It shows you what people would pay for nothing. They just spend money off of something that, like the guy said, he just go on Instagram and sing something. Somebody might, you have a better chance on that than live streaming from the Roxy.
What do you think Snoop Dogg is doing on a Friday night from 7 to 9 p.m.?
You know what he's doing. He's chiefing. Shit.
So you're saying there's no chance he was watching Extreme Karaoke in Marietta, Georgia?
If he did watch it, he was high. Didn't know who the fuck he was looking at. If he did watch it.
It's just, I'm sitting there looking at the brochure and these people paying the money for these tickets, and I'm like, you guys really paid for this. And I look around, and now these people over here are paying $40 more, so their song gets to the top. So
you're saying these people paying $80 to $90, and the other people's paying what, $40 maybe?
Everybody paid $39.95 for one song. That's a fact.
Okay.
But then they opened up the VIP. The VIP line for the up top. That's usually when there's a concert there, you can get these better seats. So they decided, because it's so cold out, let's try to open this up and charge people to get in line, get inside faster. We'll open this side first. Right. Brilliant marketing by the Roxy.
Oh yeah, it is.
Okay, you're going to charge $40 more to get inside and get heat, and we'll put your ticket to the top, which doesn't mean shit.
That's their Christmas money. That's their bonus money that they're going to put in their pockets for the employees.
So. Facts. And that line was from the Roxy past Burn.
Damn, that's a long ass line.
And the line going the other way was longer. It was all the way to the Delta section.
So how much money you think they made that night, DC?
Oh, I have no idea. Because I know one thing, there was more people there than seats. So then as the shows were ending, I was coming out looking like I left the last show at 10 o'clock. And there were still people in the general admission line waiting to come in. Because they were letting people in as people were going out. So basically, here's the thing I learned. You could go inside, but once they hit max capacity, you had to stay outside. You're still going to get a chance to sing because you pay for it, but you got to wait outside to get in because we're at capacity.
Oh,
So
hell
as
no.
people were going out after singing, people were going in.
Wow. That's crazy.
And you're talking about 3 hours. The line started at 7, and at 10 o'clock when I left, there was still a line outside. 3 hours at 36 degrees.
I'm not standing nowhere for 3 hours. I'm not even standing in a football game at 30-some degrees for 3 hours.
No, to sing one song.
Yeah, I'm good on that. I'm good.
All right, fill in the blanks. John Jones. Man, that was a spinning back kick like a motherfucker. John Jones said maybe he won't retire after all, and that he will face Tom Aspinall to unify the UFC belt is blank.
Shit, it's what people want to see. I'm good. I'm down for it. I want to see that, and I think he'll win.
I think it's, my words are business smart. John Jones, get that money while you old, man.
Get it.
Get it while you still kicking people's ass and get that money. I'm all for it. And yeah, we do want to see that. We really do want to see that.
I want to see it.
Here's one of my favorite ones. I had to go back and watch. I was gonna do this as the lead-in video instead of that mother faker. Auburn Tigers freshman linebacker. Children.
Freshman.
Auburn Tigers freshman linebacker DeMarcus Riggins states that Alabama quarterback Jalen Milroe is a good quarterback. He's fast, but I mean he's not faster than me. He will not get out of that box this week. Really means blank.
I think I got two answers for this. It really means that they really gonna try to shut this guy down for real. I mean, I'm good. I'm good with it.
They better.
But the other thing is, really means that Jay Monroe is finna just run all over their ass. Because now you can't be calling out nobody like that. And Jalen, he is pretty damn fast.
Yeah.
So it can go either way.
Milroe is in the Heisman watch right now. It really means Milroe runs for 125 on him.
You know what I said? He might take off.
He will not get out of that box this week one time. Bro, I don't give a shit. I'm down to watch that game. And here's the cool part. On this one here, someone had wrote in and they wanted to know, what does Alabama need to make the dance? So I Googled it last night, and I have it here for you. First and foremost, Alabama has to win the Iron Bowl. Is that a done deal, D?
No, because I think Auburn going to actually beat them.
I have a feeling that Auburn's got something to take, man.
When you score 3 points on Oklahoma, something's wrong.
Yeah.
You know, something's wrong there. So
with you. And it's in Auburn. And then here's the other things that have to happen. Currently, the projected field includes 2 ACC teams in Miami and SMU. Those teams are likely to meet in the ACC championship game. The only way the ACC is getting those 2 teams in is if SMU beats Miami.
Right.
A Miami win would eliminate the Mustangs. An SMU win would bring both of those in. Alabama can't have that. Alabama needs SMU to lose. Yes. Alabama also needs South Carolina to knock off Clemson, which I think is very, very possible.
Yep, sure is.
Okay? So, if Alabama wins the Iron Bowl and Miami beats SMU and South Carolina knocks off Clemson, Alabama has a chance to make the top 12.
So I looked at that too, DC. See, Alabama hurt themselves when they lost to unranked teams like
Vanderbilt.
They lost to unranked Oklahoma last week, and that's what's hurting them. As far as their strength of schedule is cool, but they lost against unranked teams.
Yep.
Like Georgia, we lost against Alabama, which was ranked, and we lost against
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, that was ranked. So our strength of schedule is more impressive than theirs, but they lost against unranked teams. So that's why they have no chance of getting to the playoffs now. I don't think you do.
I hear you. All right, Minnesota Timberwolves star Anthony Edwards said, and I'm going to do little quote things again because this is Anthony. You got to say when Anthony talks, you got to listen to this shit because he's good. Our identity right now, I think, is we soft as hell as a team internally. Not to the other team, but internally we soft. We can't talk to each other, just a bunch of little kids, just like we playing with a bunch of little kids. Everybody, the whole team. We just can't talk to each other. And we got to figure it out because we can't go down this road. After a 115-104 loss to the Kings translates to what, D-minus?
That he need to start clearing players out. He need a whole new goddamn. It's saying he don't want to play with the team that he got right now. Now, the thing about that is, DC, I think that when they traded Karl-Anthony Towns, which I did not even see that shit coming, you brought some softness to that lineup, and I don't get it why they traded him. If anything, I would have traded it. What's his name? Go bet. I mean, whatever his name is, the other one, the other tall one, the center. They kept him, but I would have kept Karl-Anthony Towns, man. And you took some toughness off that when you traded him, man. So yeah.
My answer is I do not like losing to soft ass teams. Yeah. He wasn't saying that his team was soft. He was saying we just lost to a soft ass team. This is some bullshit. Give me Carr back, man. I need my Carr back. Give me Karl Towns back.
Yeah.
He is definitely missing. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal at first, but you could definitely see he is definitely missing Carl.
Well, they are playing soft though, DC, and I think I think he was talking about his team as well, and I think he was talking about the other team as well too. So I think he just saying we need to be tougher. That's all.
Yep, 100%. The Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins missed 22 tackles Thursday night against the Packers because blank. As Miami linebacker Jordan Brooks stated that he thought the mid-20-degree temperatures played a role. D-minus.
So this is the thing with these defensive tackles and shit. They try to strip the ball too goddamn much, and that's what I put. Because they trying to strip the ball instead of wrapping up and tackling. Now everybody know Miami cannot play in cold weather. Look at the game last year in Kansas City. They was freezing their balls off, and they just cannot. They cannot play in cold weather. They're just plain and simple.
It's like odds my answer. They cannot play in the cold, and I'm going to come back to that a little bit later.
Right.
Because I got something to talk about Mike McDaniels and that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. All right, we're going down here to spice it up. Oh, it's time to eat.
Time to eat, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Spice it up, baby. That's what we doing. I'm hungry now, DC. I don't know about you. I got to eat something now. This week, spice it up. This week, we talking about college. We talked about it last week with the men's college basketball team. This week, we're going to do the top 5 women college basketball. Brought to you by Spice It Up. Let's roll with it, DC. Top 5 women basketball, college basketball.
What does Joe do? What does Joe do in the wintertime? Does he still spice it up, or is he does he hibernate like a bear when it's cold?
Well, he did. He had 8 turkeys to do for Thanksgiving.
God damn it.
He made pretty good money off that shit. So he's still spicing it up, and he still cook for people on his job because he have orders he have to do every week out there. So
all right,
man.
All right, well, spice it up. You heard it right there, located down there in Fairburn, Georgia. Top 5 NCAA women's basketball programs thus far.
Yes, sir. We talked about the men's last week. Let's see what we got on the women,
D-minus, I had to do some research, but I'm letting you know, hey, I didn't do no bullshit research. Just go put what's the top polls and put the top 5 names there. Mm-hmm. I wanted to dig into this because I don't follow female college basketball.
I follow more than the men's, though, DC, to be honest with you. It's more exciting.
My grandfather always used to say, female basketball is better because it's slowed down to the pace where you can see what the men should be doing.
Exactly.
So I know I'm going to get.
If you want to learn how to bowl, watch a woman.
Oh my God, facts.
And you know, if you ever want to learn the fundamentals down, watch a lady bowl, not a man.
Yeah, 100%, 100%, 100%. I think what it is, and we'll get shit back from this, but we're not saying. I'm not putting D- in here. I'm not saying women aren't muscular, but when men play sports, we use all of our muscles. Yep. When women play sports, they use their muscles, but they use their brain way more.
Exactly.
And they think about what they have to do, and they simplify it.
Yep.
Where we think, oh, this shot's about 20 feet longer, I got to throw a little further. The women think I can arch my hand a little bit further like this, and I can make the ball go further where I don't have to push it as hard.
There you go.
Just saying. Fundamentally, they're more fun to watch. So D- at number 5, who you got?
I gotta go with USC. I still think that they're gonna be a top 5 team with Juju Watkins, man. I gotta get USC.
Get my Juju.
They one of my favorites. They were one of my favorites last year. So I like USC number 5.
Juju on that ball. Juju on that ball. You're gonna hear something. Mine right now it says shh. I really want to mute these, but we have a pact that we don't mute each other. I'm just going to say a name and see if he knows what the team is. Ashlyn Jackson is a stud.
Ashlyn Jackson?
Those Lady Duke girls.
I say Duke, yeah. That was Duke. That's the
Ashlyn Jackson looks awful good. I watched a couple videos. I'm going to put Duke at number 5.
I like that. I didn't have them in my top. They like 6'7" so. But
they look good. They look good, and they got good wins right now. At number 4, I got Notre Dame. I think they got a deep bench, and they got 3 girls on their team that are averaging double digits. I think that's going to be a good success for a win. Who do you got number 4, D-?
I got, which they might be, people might look at me crazy when I say this, but South Carolina. And the thing about, the reason I got South Carolina 4 is UCLA killed their ass. And also, they not the same team like they've been in the past years. You know, so I got them. They still a top 5 team, but I got them 4 right now, South Carolina.
All right. Oh, you're gonna laugh. Brought to you by Spice It Up. Who you got number 3? Who is the number 3 strongest female team right now?
I got Notre Dame. I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
They are a top. I think they're a top 3 team right now. I got Notre Dame at number 3.
I got UConn, and just for the side of that, give me a Paige Buecher's Azzy Fudd. Those 2 girls remind me of Joker and Murray. The way they dish the ball to each other, do that pick and roll. Give me UConn, and you know what? Watching females do a pick and roll is way better than males doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all men need to watch these women use their body properly for a pick and roll. It is so beautiful to watch, especially Joker. If Joker could turn never mind. We'll just leave that alone. At number 3, is that me or you? You just did number 3, okay? Yeah, at number 2, who you got at number 2?
Hey, just what you just said. Paige Beckers, man. The UConn, man. I got them number 2, man. That girl up, man. I think she's gonna be player of the year. She's gonna be top draft pick probably. But she's a beast, man. I like her.
100%. At number 2, I got UCLA. I give them 100% credit for knocking off South Carolina's 43-game win streak, but they're still number 2. I'm sorry, they're number 2.
I got you.
And that's because, man, give me that Gamecock stuff, man. Them girls are balling still. They lost 3 fucking players, and they're still balling. They only got 1 loss to UCLA, which right now UCLA is ranked number 1. So how can South Carolina not be the best team in the country?
Yeah.
I got them to repeat.
I got UCLA right now, number 1. And the reason being, they broke this 43-game winning streak.
I'm with you.
I mean, they not only that, they've been killing everybody. Man, coming away.
Yeah.
They've
Oh, yeah.
been averaging like 80+ points a game, man. Like this UCLA team is really nice, man. So I
Super
got them
fast,
on the board
too.
right now. Yeah, they fast, and I like
Yeah,
them right
super
now, man.
fast. Very, 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 very fast.
Yes.
We got a couple extra minutes here, so let's talk. Give me a subject.
I want to talk about Kansas City,
Oh, I didn't want to talk about that.
but not the Raiders though. Not the Raiders. I want to talk about.
I know. I saw it. I saw it this morning.
I just want to see. So Kansas City is not. I don't think they're going to win a Super Bowl this year, and I'm being real with that. I actually think Pittsburgh and Buffalo has a better chance. I think.
Facts.
Now, Kansas City should have lost their game yesterday. I mean, I'm being real. It seemed like their chemistry not there. I don't know what it is. What you think Kansas City going on in Kansas City right now, DC? And they got the players back now, so they healthy now, and they still didn't.
See,
do we have too many weapons
the problem with Kansas City is really simple. All NFL teams are 3-color uniform teams,
Mhm.
and they got players on their team that only have 2 colors. Are you gonna make me say it?
Yeah, I'm gonna make you say it.
Man, that starting linebacker in the black and white uniform with a yellow flag in his pocket is a fucking stud.
He'll beast. He'll beast.
So last night's game, I'm at the studio. All my boys are helping me. Hey, you know what? You know when you got good friends is when your team sucks and your friends cap on you all the time about your team sucking, and I take it because my team sucks right now. But when your team's got a chance to beat Kansas City, I had every one of my boys text me. Everybody. Hey, you better turn this shit on. You better turn this shit on. Then I got a text from my son. My son was at Buffalo Wild Wings, which I didn't know Buffalo Wild Wings had recliners, massage recliners.
Are you serious?
Bro, I'm going to show you the picture, Mom. I swear to God. This shit blew my mind. So my son is at Buffalo Wild Wings. Oh, no, he's not. No, he's not. But you got to see this, okay? My son decided to go Black Friday shopping.
Oh, wow.
And he's at the mall, out cold one of the chairs. All right, so he sent me that picture during this. He said, I might be at Taco Mac drunk as shit, but whatever you do not watch the game back.
Right.
Okay? So I didn't. I did not watch the game. I know what happened, but I don't know what happened. I know we lost. And this morning I'm on the shitter watching TikTok, my favorite thing to do. And I see the very first TikTok pops up. It says, Kansas City gets win from referee again.
Yeah.
So I see that there was an illegal formation flag thrown when the fumble happened. And then when they realized Kansas City had the ball, they picked up the flag.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all the other stuff we've seen has been controversial. How do you throw a flag, show what it is, get in the huddle, and then go back and say there's no foul? How do you do that, D?
Because Patrick Mahomes.
I know, but how does any team defend that?
Yeah, you can't. You can't, especially when you play Kansas City. See, Kansas City, if you didn't watch yesterday, something happened with Patrick Mahomes, and there was some kind of like late hit, but it wasn't a late hit at all. The ref didn't even throw the flag. Patrick Mahomes got up and said, "What a flag!" And I'd be damned if the referee did not throw the flag because he said it. This is not the first time that this has happened with Patrick Mahomes. It's like he a referee out there too.
It's not. I mean, how honestly? Okay, so let's just say. So this week, let's say you're the Raiders. It's coming up. Okay, you're the Raiders. You got the Chiefs coming, and you know that Patrick Mahomes got the black and whites and golds in his pocket.
Yeah.
Okay, what do? You're the Steelers. You're the Bills. How do you defend having to play against the refs?
See, I'm gonna tell you what Steelers gonna do. Steelers gonna take them out of the game.
I mean, and that's the problem with this. Yeah. Because at no point will we ever tell people to take him out. But you know what? If he's on the sidelines, the refs can't help him, can he?
They help him. They can't help him.
And that's what football is going to come down to because there's no other answers.
because Crosby was on him like white on rice, bro.
Oh my God, Crosby was so mad.
Patrick Mahomes couldn't do nothing, man, because Crosby was whoever that offensive tackle was that Kansas City had didn't match up with Crosby at all.
Right.
At all. He was in that backfield every damn play. Every damn play.
And the sad part about it is the Raiders lost to the Chiefs earlier this year by 4 points.
Right.
And that was definitely on a pass interference call that was some bogus shit. Yep. So I know my Raiders are 2-10, but we hung with the Chiefs. And you know the problem with that is, as a Raiders fan, I can't even say that's clout. I don't have clout because the Chiefs aren't that good.
No, they're not.
They're barely winning games. They have a lot of talent, but something is different about them. And the referees are all the way in the fucking pocket.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I seen that call this morning on the toilet, and that's exactly where I seen it. Everything came out. I wiped and flushed, and that was the end of that. That is probably the worst call I've seen this year with the Chiefs. And not because it's against my team, but he went there and he went illegal motion. Yeah. You can't miscall illegal motion. Either somebody's fucking moving it or not.
Or they're not, right.
And then they get in the huddle and they go and they find out, and because of the play there was a fumble and the Chiefs got it back. And I'm like, wait the fuck. They picked the flag. There's no flag on the play. Chiefs ball, first down. I'm like, how the fuck?
Yeah. It reminded me of a Tom Brady type thing, man, because when you got like Patrick Mahomes calling referee plays out there, it ain't fair, man.
Yeah, it is very not fair. All right, we're going to go to our next segment, brought to you by Blue Moon Pizza. A little more food for you, but because of that, we're going to bring in a special in the second half. I wonder who it is.
Let's see who it is. I gotta try that calzone.
Oopa. Please welcome to the Get Money Sports, Teddy TKO. What's up, Teddy?
What's up?
How y'all doing? Doing all right. How about yourselves?
Pretty good.
Doing pretty good. Teddy, I wouldn't be. Did you watch the first part of the show? Say no.
No, sir.
Kunta wants to know. The Dallas Cowboys got their first home win in nearly a year. Is it too late for them to make a run at the playoffs and be in the hunt?
I think, because of how the schedule is laid out. I did check that out. We do have, let's say, teams like the Buccaneers that's pretty tough and physical. Dallas going to have a problem with them. I would say, though, that the Eagles game going to be a tough one. They may sweep us this year, so I think that'd be the one holding us out will be the Eagles game before Washington. So we may be short one game. Okay.
That was just for Kunta's ego. We already answered it. We believe
I would say this: the 49ers are they gonna make the playoffs? Just being honest.
You know what? You might need to save that for your. I'm just saying, just to cap that off.
I'll tell you, I've been looking at their record. They don't look too good right now either.
Nah,
Actually, they're going to be in the talk of the NFL part here because I got a little bit to say about them too.
Okay.
I was just trying to get the cap out of the way. Sometimes when you produce shows, sometimes you don't like to do shit, but there's other people here that put shit in, and you want to make sure it gets heard, so they don't try to run to HR like a little bitch. You know. All right. Anyway, week 13 is in the books. King Kunta and D- led the way going 6-4, while DC and the Hawk went 5-5. TKO went 3-7, but the Sheriff brought up the rear. You wore that hat, bro. You don't get no pause today. Going 2-8. Teddy, did you see the hat?
He gets that because wasn't it the Indianimals that went supposed to went stupid on the Buckeyes and took that fade, But
That's good cap.
I ain't gonna say shout out to nothing, man. I said it the whole time. I've been saying it for weeks. They were gonna get ran out of there. I did get that win out of my illustrious 3 out of 7. So yeah. Thank you, Indiana.
Yeah, Teddy is most proud of his 3-7 record this week because he did not miss that Indiana game at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He was all over it. He said it, and he said it and meant it. That would make the standings. DC has retaken the lead. I'm at 72 wins. You know, our college football record is nowhere close to our pro football record.
Yeah.
We're in the 80 percentiles in pro football. College football, the leader's at 55%. That's crazy. Sheriff,
but we did go over. We did talk about the fact of I'm not just saying stuff, but did I not lose like 3 games off of just the spread alone? It's always the spread off of the silliest stuff for me.
That's facts.
Yeah.
But it still doesn't give you your money back. So
yeah, that's true.
All right, so we're going into week 14 here. The ranked bye games that have already happened. Tulane played on Thursday and lost. Bye-bye. Georgia showed up at a game that was really long and won on Friday. Boise State played on Friday and won, and Ole Miss played on Friday and won. And Colorado showed the fuck up, boy. 52-0, dropped the mic. Just golly, that was a win. What did you guys notice the most about those games? We'll let Teddy go first because me and Dee have been really bashing some teams here already today. Teddy, right. out of those games there, those 5 games, what did you see the best out of those games?
I would say this. I was really impressed by Colorado. Just showing everybody they flexed on people. Oklahoma State, they're struggling, but they really went out there and put their foot on the gas, and they showed a lot of people in America that they honestly, in my opinion, they win the Big 12 championship or had that chance. I really think they can make some noise in the playoffs. However, shout out to Deion, man. A lot of people do not recognize. How do you take a team from 2 years ago, had 1 win, and then that has 9? I think that's the problem with people today. They want instant wins, instant results, and they cannot give enough gratitude to Deion, how he flipped that program in just 2 years. And now they got a 5-star quarterback coming in next year. So they're getting the talent. The big question is Deion going to stay? That's the bigger question. And no, he's not coming to Dallas. I wish people quit saying that.
No, I actually like the rumors that look better about the Raiders thing because the Raiders are not playing well. If we happen to have the worst record somehow, Travis Hunter's coming to us. There's no way whoever gets the first pick, if they don't take Travis Hunter, they got him. I just hope it's not the Bears. They've done enough with number 1 problems.
I really believe that Deion is need to win a college championship before he goes and transitions. Because let's be realistic, the Giants' job may be open too, and let's say Shedeur goes there. I don't think Deion want to be in New York. That's not necessarily right. So I don't see him actually. I mean, I may be 1% wrong, but I don't see him leaving right now. Not college.
Me either.
Let's get this straight. He's definitely not leaving college right now. And Colorado's going to roll out the red carpet for his ass. He's going to get paid a lot of money to stay there. The reason I say he's not going because actually this 5-star player he just signed, he wouldn't be going to Colorado if Deion didn't tell him he was staying. He would be going somewhere else with his talents. So he's not going nowhere. I don't think he's going to the NFL no time soon. I don't think he's ever going, to be honest with you.
I think he will, but just not in the next, like say 3 to 5 years. I don't think.
Because I think the other thing about it is Teddy. You might be right, but the thing about it is with Deion, he wanted to go to the NFL at one particular time. I think, but this college thing he got now, I think he's changed a lot of players' lives, man, with this college thing, and I think that's one of the reasons he got into it, man. Even when he started with Jackson State, he wanted to get in there and change some. Yeah, I think he wanted to get in there and change some players' lives, man. So I think he's going to stay in this college thing for a minute, man.
I 100% agree. I believe Deion is staying right where he's at. Before we get into these college games here, I want to talk about the bracket. Only because the current black bracket has a very good chance of everybody winning. If everybody wins these games right now, the bracket has to stay the same. Do we all agree with that?
Yeah,
Like, of the 12 teams playing, nobody's playing each other. Nobody.
yeah. I think it'll stay the same, but I think after the SEC championship, after all these
Right.
championship games, it's gonna eventually move. But yeah, I think it'll eventually stay pretty much consistent where it's at right now.
I'll make you a bet. I'll make you a bet if all 12 of these teams we're talking about, and we'll go through them. Number 1 is Oregon, and they're in the bracket with Georgia, Tennessee, which would make the winner of that game play Oregon. Then you got Texas, and then their bracket is Notre Dame and Boise and SMU. In the third bracket, you got Miami, Penn State, and Indiana. And in the fourth one, you got Boise State, Ohio State, and Arizona State. All 12 of those teams win today. I promise you that bracket's not staying the same.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not. There's no way. All those teams can win, and it will not stay the same.
I think it'll be consistent. I think it won't change as much, man, because I think the people they playing is not even ranked. So I think that they're going to be almost the same, DC, because you got to think about it.
Okay.
Georgia and Georgia Tech, LSU and Oklahoma, all this stuff is not going to change because all these rivalries was no ranked teams playing against each other.
Right.
So
so like last night,
affected is Texas.
Huh?
The only one that it could, and I'll do that in my predictions, but the only one that could be, again, what these projections could be Texas today against Texas A&M. That does.
Yeah, I mean that's the only one. Yeah,
that's the only one in this whole scenario. And
oh yeah, I mean losing a lot could change. I'm with that. I said just winning.
Oh, you're saying winning?
If all 12 of those teams win, you would have to. It can't. It can't. You're going to try to tell me. Think about this because we're Georgia fans. Okay, Georgia's at number 7 right now. Are you going to try and tell me you're going to? Everybody wins. Georgia stays at 7 after that shit with Georgia Tech.
No. I mean,
and on top of that, you know why? No, I think what'll happen is they'll move Georgia as a punishment, a little thing like this, to get them out of playing Tennessee.
No,
I don't think.
I disagree with that. I think they're going to stay the same. I don't think they're going to punish them for losing against Georgia Tech.
I think they're going to put them to 10.
See, rivalry week don't have that much of an effect on a committee like that. They know it's rivalry week. They know everybody's going to play hard against each other. Now, I think with Georgia going to the SEC championship game next week, I think they're not going to move them because of that. So I don't think it'll change.
But with a weak ACC, I think, I think, in all honesty, for Georgia Tech to play the way they did last night, it's harder to not see what you did see because we're talking about typically a couple first downs here and there. That's Georgia Tech's game, and to say that Georgia Tech and the ACC is hanging with a team like Georgia the way the SEC is built, I was kind of really shocked. I thought they really had that game. So I would say personally, if I was a committee member, I would slide maybe Tennessee or SMU up because of that game. That's just me. Because what I've seen,
and I think
if Georgia Tech would be under any team in the playoffs can.
Yeah.
And if you look at the committee really wants Georgia to play Notre Dame. Georgia has been lined up against Notre Dame. This is the first time Georgia has not been in the same bracket as Notre Dame. If you just move Georgia down to 10 and move Boise State up to 8 or Tennessee up and then down, get Boise State up there with Tennessee. That's what they want. They want to see Boise State in the same bracket as Oregon. That's the game. If Boise State can win, not Boise State, SMU. I'm sorry. I keep getting those two horses messed up. Mm-hmm. If SMU gets a chance to play against Oregon, that's the game they want to see. And that Big Ten. Anyways, let's go to our college football picks. Everybody sent their picks in. Kuta might still be intoxicated a little bit. I just saw his picks. Just wanted to update y'all on that. D-, 2 games under 500.
I got to get over 500, man. And I was surprised I went 6-4 last week. I was really surprised. That's been my best record for a minute. And when I see my name go up there, like D- led the way with 6-4, him and King Kunt, I'm like, what? Like, Well, let's get this started again. Don't laugh at me, Teddy.
You good? You good? Mine's bad too.
I guess I'll start with I'm gonna say it low because my wife in the other room. But Ohio State gonna cover against Michigan. I'm sorry, Teddy, but they're gonna cover. I think. Say that real low, real low. That's my. You got it, DC. Why you got it, right?
I don't know nothing.
Okay, you got it. All right. Now I can go back to my regular thing. Okay, Texas A&M gonna. I'll take. I go Texas A&M plus the 6 over Texas. I think Penn State to cover the 24. I like Penn State over Maryland. I think Miami will cover over Syracuse. So I'll take the Miami.
You know they're predicting an upset in that game.
Yeah, I know. But
I don't see it. I don't see it either.
Didn't they have a bye week?
Yeah, but I mean,
yeah. I mean, college football bye week kind of helps you.
Exactly. So I don't see that though.
Me neither.
Then I'll take Vandy plus 11 at Vandy over Tennessee, man. I like the Vandy plus 11. Give me SMU to cover the 14 over Cal. Look, I actually think South Carolina going to beat Clemson straight up. Give me South Carolina Gamecocks over Clemson.
+3.
Yeah. And give me Auburn plus the 11 over Alabama. I mean, you scored 3 points last week against Oklahoma. I don't see that, man. So I'll take 11 points against Alabama. Give me Arizona State minus the 9. And my last one, I'll take Illinois minus the 7 over Northwestern.
All right, so that's Ohio State minus 20, Texas A&M plus 6, Penn State minus 24, Miami minus 11, Vandy plus 11, SMU minus 14, South Carolina plus 3, Auburn plus 11, AZ State minus 9, and Illinois minus 7. Down the side.
Wow, man, almost got me in trouble, man.
I got your back, man. If she kicks you out, I got a huge ass TV. You good for today?
Appreciate it.
Maybe tomorrow too. I doubt not Monday. Teddy TKO, you are 3 games ahead of D- and 5 behind DC. What are your plans this week?
I have no idea how I even got 67 wins. I've been looking at my results like how, but shout out to everybody that's been hanging with me all season. It's been terrible, but I'm doing some wild ones out there this week. We'll see what happens. I'm going with Oregon to cover with Washington. They're at home, but it's senior day, so we'll see what happens. I'm taking Michigan only because of the points. In the heart of hearts, I really believe I wish we could win this game, but it's not going to happen. But I don't think they're going to blow us out like that.
Do you know you're missing your top 2 players? You're missing your quarterback and your wide receivers. Just make sure you know.
Oh, you talking about OJ's not playing?
No, they're out. Cortland's out, and so is your cornerback.
All right, scratch that game. We're gonna take that game completely out. I ain't even touching that one now.
Just want to make sure you know that. You have no weapons.
Hey, I'm not touching that game.
Yeah, that's why I picked. That's why I picked that.
Yeah.
All right, scratch that. I ain't even gonna pick Ohio State. We're just going like that game didn't exist. So I'm going with Texas A&M over Texas. This is for Cuz. He told me this last week, so I'm gonna take this pick. I'm going to take Penn State over Maryland. Take Miami over Syracuse. I'm going to take SMU over California. For Charles, I'm going to take the Indianapolis over Purdue. I do believe the same thing as D-, but I'd rather go with the points. I'm just going to take South Carolina on the points. I don't know about the win so much, though. I'm taking Auburn against Alabama on the points. Taking Missouri over Arkansas. And Illinois over Northwestern.
All right, so he's got Oregon minus 19, Texas A&M plus 6, Penn State minus 24, Miami minus 11, SMU minus 14, Indiana minus 29, South Carolina plus 3, Auburn plus 11, Mizzou minus 3, and Illinois minus 7, $ TKO B Town. All right. All right, so I'm back on top. I like that. I'm a topper. Pause. Thank you, Teddy. I'll take Oregon minus 19, but I do want to let people know. I was watching this morning, and there are rumors that little young stud freshman, number 2 for Washington quarterback, is going to get a start today. They know he's in the playbook. He's going to play, but he's might even start, and that makes me a little nervous because if you got a freshman quarterback coming out against the number 1 team, I know you're going to make mistakes, but if you can keep it calm, man, could you make your career happen? Because Washington is garbage this year. But I'm taking Oregon minus 19, knowing that freshman's coming in. I'm taking Michigan plus the 20. I don't care that their weapons aren't there. Ohio State's garbage, and I want Ryan Day to be fired. I hope he beats them straight up. Remember, don't bet with your heart. I have a lead, so I can do that right now. Texas A&M plus 6. Wait, I'm reading Teddy's list now. Oops. Back to my list. Oregon minus 19, Michigan plus 20, Penn State minus 24, Miami minus 11, Tennessee minus 11. I don't know what D minus is drinking, but Vanderbilt's not beating Tennessee. South Carolina straight up. I'll take the 3 points, but South Carolina's beating Clemson today. I'm not touching the Iron Bowl. I think that point spread is right on point. Somebody's going to win by 10, and one of y'all is going to lose by a point, and that's going to suck. Shout out to Nick Saban, though, for telling Caleb Du Bois he was weak this morning on game day. He said, "You're making my team look weak." Kansas State plus 3, BYU minus 13, UNLV running Rebels minus 19 over Nevada, and Illinois minus 7, $4D apparel. Other than those first 2 picks, that's pretty golden stuff right there. All right. Hey, D-Man, what's the rule about turning in your picks?
I think it's at before 12 o'clock, something like that, is it?
All right. I wanted to make sure it wasn't before we read them. I couldn't remember. All right. Because we got one person that's not turned in their picks yet.
Yeah, I think it's before 12 o'clock, before the first game comes on.
Up, too late. You just turned his picks in. All right, we're going to our next. That's how you manifest shit. That's how you do that shit. We're going to our next segment right here, brought to you by Metro Cooling and Heating, the NFL Rundown, 6-game parlay. The best thing you learn about Metro Cooling and Heating, on December 21st, I have an interview at 1 o'clock right here on BFM 109.6, Keep It 100 DC. I'm going to have Michael Miller, the owner of the company, on the show. And that's how we're going to figure out what all this air conditioning and heating is about. And I'm going to grill him for an hour. D-minus, if you had a guy that owns an AC and heating company and you wanted to know something, what would you want to know?
Well, being that I work in the HVAC department as well.
That's why I started with you.
Yeah, but I do more cooling towers and boilers. We're on the same. We're in the same field, but not in the same as far as equipment wise go. But first, I think I want to know is how I keep my shit cold. That's me, because I mean, my thing is, I love the AC, man. I mean, I can't stand the heat. So in my field, I make sure everything, the chillers and stuff, is all up to par, so that air can blow.
Understood. Teddy TKO, you have an owner of a heat and air company in the building, and you get to ask him one question. What do you want to know?
Probably the same thing. I got the older unit, and we try to get a warranty. However, they just keep coming out, and they'll try to service it. Talking about they put like new parts in it, but the thing is old. So if anything, it'd probably be the same thing. How can I consistently keep it cold without having to keep calling them out here where they're not going to service the warranty? Really irritating.
There you go. I'll make sure both those questions get answered on this little thing right here. And shout out to Mike. You can give him a call at 470-694-COOL. Thursday Night Football saw 3 games for Thanksgiving. Teddy, what was the best thing you ate on Thursday?
Probably a turkey. Probably had to go with the turkey.
Turkey was on point?
Yeah, turkey was probably the best thing.
All right. Was it roasted or grilled or what would you do?
Oh, just baked in the oven, which
Okay.
I think, like me, I'm doing those traditional ones. I think everybody, doing all these butters and all, like, that's doing too much. I like, you know what I mean? Like, I like nice seasoning. You can still taste the turkey itself. Now all this extra deep fried crap going on and people blowing up their houses. Like, leave it alone. It's the reason why you don't supposed to be doing that. So
No. Don't stop doing it. I'm against Teddy here. People that are frying them turkeys, y'all keep doing that shit because there's commercials during football, and we love watching your TikTok videos when you set yourself on fire. Come on, man, Teddy. Teddy, imagine in 10 years if they didn't deep fry turkeys no more, and your kids never saw somebody catch on fire from that.
I mean, I seen so many videos this past week, like you said on TikTok, people just doing the stupidest stuff, like 2 people holding a pole and trying to lower the tank. If you gotta do all that, you don't do it. I seen one person do it where they where you lift the motor out of the car, a motor jack.
I saw that.
Yeah, I'm like, what are we really doing here, everybody? Like, we're doing too much. Like, people done got so stupid, it's just like they think they smart. Yeah, hey, keep blowing your house up. You know what I mean? So that's ridiculous.
I really need you guys to keep on cooking it like this because it is so entertaining for me. And it is the funny part. Why does the guy that does it always look like they're from a trailer home? And if you're from a trailer home, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about you. You probably normal looking. This one little skinny white guy that got a cheesy mustache only about this big. He's got the turkey out the right way. And he goes over the grease and he puts it in there. And he's like, then he goes over to like play kickball or some shit, right? And he comes back and he takes it out and he pulls it up and the bitch is on fire.
Yeah.
It's on fire. And he looks over and he goes, Mama, I think it's overcooked.
Just a little bit.
You can't pay for that kind of entertainment.
But now I seen one DC. It was a lady that did it. You know the hammer?
Yeah.
The end of the hammer? She tried to pick the thing up with the hammer and lower it in there. When she tried to lower it, that shit fell off the hammer and that shit went everywhere. They cut the video off. So I'm interested to see what happened with her or with the house or whatever it was, but they cut the video off. But why would you do the hammer thing? Like, she didn't have the rod that people have to set it down in there easy. She put it at the hammer. Not the head of the hammer, but the one to get the nails out.
The claw.
Yeah.
I think everybody's problem is like everybody in this world try to gravitate to think that they can just do everything. Like that's like people with this last election. Now you got the D student thinking they know economics. You know what I mean? So like when you see people that don't even cook on a regular basis or you never deep fried anything, now you want to do it. It's like, why do you not be like, why do people want to be masters of everything but can't master one thing? It's weird to me.
What's up, Hawk?
Shout out to the Hawk. He says he's out there on the West Coast at 8:30 in the morning. Thursday Night Football saw 3 games for Thanksgiving. What was your favorite game and why that aired on Thanksgiving this year? Before we all go, I want to shout out to every channel because there was different games at different channels. NFL, you gave John Madden a great send-off. That was a great everything you did about Madden and like the turducken and all the specials. Man, I know he's where he's at, wherever it is. Because I'm not really sure if he went to heaven. I'm not going to lie. John Madden's a football player. I don't think football players go to heaven. If they do, they do. I don't know. But they send them off properly. D-, what was your favorite part about Thursday?
Well, I was a Dallas fan Thursday. I was. And I'm going to tell you why I was a Dallas fan. Because I was in my parlay. That was the only team I was really kind of like suspect about. I picked them on my parlay. And so I'm going into tomorrow with only 3 teams to win to get my money. So Dallas was a big contributor. Go Cowboys. Go Cowboys. But after last night, but yeah, it was cool, man. I like that. And I picked Kansas City and I picked Detroit. So
you went 3 for 3.
Yeah, I went 3 for 3, man. Went 3 for 3.
Nothing wrong with that. TKO, what'd you like about the weekend? I'm sure you had the Cowboy game, right? Was that entertaining for you at all?
Yeah, it was good to watch. Nothing to scream about, but a solid win. I think it showed finally for the first time I'll see a little bit of grit. I've seen them open up the playbook more where they're getting the ball down the field. One thing I could say about Cooper Rush is he's not a superstar quarterback, all right?
No.
He managed the offense very well. I think that some of the throws he's missing is showing why he's not a bigger name in the football world when it comes to quarterbacks. Yeah. It's ridiculous for years that people kept saying he should get a starting job. I don't know where CFL. I don't know why people was even saying that. However, the efficiency of how he gets the ball out is what I think is important. He's not holding on to it. He's allowing the players to get the ball and make a play. And I think that's what's missing out of Dallas. The line seems to be blocking better. I don't know what's going on with that. Dude, the line not like Dak. I'm going to be honest. Because they look they look like they're actually trying to put their feet in the ground and block now compared to, let's say, 6 to 7 games ago and throughout the year. Guyton looks like crap, and I'm glad he wasn't banned. He really gets on my nerves. Sit that rookie down. Maybe move him to right guard or so. Left guard. I don't know, but he's not it right now this season. But
can I say something right quick, Ted? Not to interrupt you, Teddy, and I want to ask you something before you go any farther into your comment. What was up with CeeDee Lamb? He was missing. He missed like 3. Cooper Rush was throwing the ball. Cooper Rush ain't scared to throw the ball. That's what I like about him. But CeeDee Lamb did not look like a CeeDee Lamb, man. What was up with that?
Well, I think he has a shoulder injury that it's been going on for weeks, but he's been fighting through it. Like he ain't just taking no games off. But you see that one time he crashed on the ground real hard, and he was just laying there. His shoulder's real jacked up. So, so I would say, hey, maybe it's just the fact of him probably reaching to get it. And I would say some of the throws Cooper be throwing sometimes is suspect. Like, he's either throwing behind them in a good play like with Tolbert on the left side. Finally, he threw a 30-yard bomb. But he threw it behind him, which made a good catch. But other times, someone like a Mingo that's 6'3", he can't even throw in front of him for a slant. It's crazy to me how he's not consistent. And that's what kind of throws me off a little bit about him. Like, he could throw a 5 and out and look very impressive, but then when it comes to another play, the same play, he looks stupid the next throw. I don't get it.
He definitely doesn't know the speed of his receivers, because I noticed the same thing. Like, the balls that he was throwing, the receivers were coming back to the ball. So maybe it's time in the seat. Maybe he really doesn't know how far to throw the ball to lead the people where they're the speed. But I did notice that. The game that I liked the best, though, was the Packers game. And the reason why, and it might sound negative, but I cannot figure out how 53 men can all of y'all not be able to play in the cold.
That boy, they can't take it.
I was looking at the Miami sideline and the person I want to point out, I love watching Mike Rudolph McDaniel. His nose, and I don't know why they call black people colored people, because that boy's white and he changed 75 different colors in 4 quarters. Facts. That nose was red, pink, green, purple, and just kept changing color. And it's not because he's mad. He was fucking cold. Like, I'm a Raiders fan. But we used to have to go play Buffalo. Remember those playoffs back in the 80s where they said, oh, shit, the Raiders ain't doing shit because I don't care who you got. We got snow, bitch. Okay? So watching these grown men try to play in the cold and not bring any warm heaters. McDaniel, you couldn't find a little mask right here to put over your face right here to cover that shit up?
Right.
Like, you can't come into a cold environment and then say I can't play in the cold unless you dress for the cold. Like, I saw some of you linemen bitching about the cold with short sleeves on. And then shout out to whoever predicted that it was going to snow in Green Bay 1 minute before the kickoff. They were on the field and they said, well, it says it's going to be snowing here. And when the lady said it, it started flurrying. That's some shit. Can you come to Atlanta and pick out our weather? Because our guys don't know nothing what's going on here.
Hell no.
What y'all think about that Packer game? Is it not fun to watch people freeze?
Man, I love it, man. And the thing about it is, if you watched that game last year with Kansas City and Miami, when Andy Reid his snot was froze and
frozen to his mustache.
And it wasn't affecting him. Look, it was not affecting him at all. But these guys from Miami, they cannot take his shit, man. It's funny as hell, man. So Yeah, it
But-
I honestly did not see the game. I was chilling.
Oh, it was-
I was chilling and stuff, but I didn't get to see it. I just seen the final, which I kind of figured because y'all right, Miami can't play in the cold. It's almost like Tampa Bay sometime for a long time. Tampa couldn't win in the cold either.
Yeah, Tua couldn't hit anybody. Tua could not hit. And this is what I'm wondering, though. Are you trying to tell me Tua doesn't play any games in the cold? Ever? I know he's from Alabama.
I hate to speak negative. I like Tua coming out of Alabama. Now, I'm going to be realistic. I think those concussions are caught up with him. Because he is not as good. Yeah, man, because people I don't see the throws. Like, yeah, he got some power behind his throw, but he's not accurate at all. And that's a big difference. Like, if you're on point and you can, I'm going to be honest, like a Josh Allen. When he throws that ball downfield, it's very accurate when he's throwing it down the field.
Facts.
Compared to Tua can't even hit a 10 and out on point. It just, I don't know what it is with his throwing. Because let's be realistic. If Tyreek Hill was still on the Chiefs, yeah, they definitely won 5 Super Bowls in a row. There's no way you could probably stop them because you could just add another piece like a D-Hop. But something like where Tua, he's missing. It's something there where if he's going to have another level, I don't see where it is in the next 5 years. I don't see it.
Well, I think Ted, I think I agree with you with that, but I think a lot of players like Tyreek and all them guys, Chinhu, whoever he is, these guys are fast, and Tua can't keep up with these guys. I mean, they super fast, man. So by the time he threw this here, Tyreek already like you got to catch up with me now. But but yeah, I think he's still a good quarterback, man. I think the concussions have affected him a little bit, but
because I think it's different between placement and then actually getting it to the receiver, like. When it comes to someone like Tyreek Hill, throw it way in front of him to go get it. Don't try to throw where you want it to be at. Throw it where he's going to be at because you're absolutely right. I think his problem is it's like they're so fast. It's like his mind can't process throwing now. It's like he's a step behind on the throws.
Right.
There's something weird about that with him. I don't know.
Absolutely. And watching Jalen Waddle hit the ground, the frozen tundra in Green Bay, that was fucking awesome. Like he bounced. Waddle jumped for a pass, caught it, and hit the ground. And only he bounced. The ground didn't fucking move. And he got up and he's like, oh, I just, I don't even know what that feels like. But I don't want to find out. But it was entertaining to watch. Right. It was entertaining to watch. It really was. Week 12's in the books. TKO. Wait a minute. What?
TKO? Did you say TKO?
TKO, when he calmed down, and King Kunta both hit the parlay, but D-minus. This is 3 weeks in a row for Kunta.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay, we got to give him props. So, way to go, fellas. Congratulations, Teddy.
Thank you.
The rest of the panel, you did it on the right week. The rest of the panel went 5-1, so you didn't go too far.
Yeah, thanks to Washington, because all of us had Washington stupid.
All of us fucking.
You see, I stayed away from it.
Yeah, you see, I see that.
Man, you know the bad part is we would have had a panel sweep.
Exactly.
If Washington just would have finished the fucking job.
Right.
But let's revisit that game really fast, though. I'm not to boast or anything. I would say, though, that's enough. Like, let's be realistic. For Dallas, to play 2 really great games, I'm really impressed by them. Defensively, they have came a long way in a short time. It's like that defense is starting to stick. The real question is, can the offense be solid moving forward? And I think Rico, if they keep blocking, again, not this season, but I think they can end on a high note to say, hey, this season went complete trash. At least we cleaned up and did something to know next year what we need to do instead of this team was looking like bombing all the way. Now it's like, okay, they got some potential somewhere.
Yeah, so to piggyback off what you said, I said it earlier when me and DC were bringing up that conversation. I said the defense have stepped up last 2 games. They have two division victories in a row, which is good.
Yeah.
And like I said, I picked them on my fantasy, and they gave me a shitload of points. The defense did.
Yeah, I was surprised. I'm really surprised by that defense.
Man. Yeah.
Yep. Shout out there. Also, shout out D-minus. He went over the 80 percentile. D-minus at 58-14, picking .806. That is crazy good. King Kunta's 2 behind at 779. Teddy caught me. I'm about to get past. We're both at 51-21. Mike's Hawks 1 game behind, and the Shares 1 game behind that. Lowest man at 68%. I like that. This Monday Night Football game is the Cleveland Browns coming into Denver to face Bo Nix and the Broncos. D minus. How do you see this game going down?
I think Bo Nix have really impressed me, man. I think that being a rookie, he's actually on my fantasy team as well. He's doing pretty good, man. I didn't think he was going to do this good. I knew he'd probably do subpar, but I think he's doing pretty good this year, man. Cleveland, man, I like Jameis Winston. He's playing with like a lot of grace. I think he's happy. Yeah, I think he's happy just to get another chance to play again,
right.
man. You know, so I like that for him. But I don't like him because he's in Cleveland. So, you know, of course, I don't like nobody in the AFC North but Pittsburgh. But I like Denver in this game, man, for some reason. I think Bo Nix is really playing. I think he's one of the top rookies this year in this class, man. I think that Jaden Daniels is doing good as well, but I think Bo Nix has really turned that Denver team around, man. I like Denver in this game.
TKO?
I would say Bo Nix. I think him and Caleb Williams are the exact opposite of what I think people thought about them coming out of college. And I thought the way that Bo Nix is playing, that's what exactly I thought he can do in the NFL compared to Caleb Williams. I think Bo Nix is more mature. He understood it even at the time to play Auburn, played at Oregon, that again, he just had to change it up. I think, oh no, that's a wild thing to say. Oh man, wow. Let's be realistic. Somewhere like give me a Tom Brady-ish type of career he could possibly have going forward. Because I think if they give him some more, because he got the right coach. I think the coach now letting Bo kind of play a little bit more loose. He's starting to.
Do you think he got the right coach? Do you think he got the right coach?
I think he do. I think
Yes.
Peyton is the one that wants him.
Yep.
I think
Yep.
with the Drew Brees mentality, he kind of reminds him of Drew Brees. But to me, I see more of Tom Brady, where a little bit more athletic, but very good on decision making, good throws. However, I would say that I like the Browns in this game because I do like the resurgence of Jameson Winston.
Yeah, I do.
I love his energy. I love how he's playing with that team. He's so fun to watch because he's the goofiest dude I ever seen in the NFL. Ever. And I love that dude. So for me, I enjoy Jameson Winston in this game a little bit more than Bo because of his character. I love that dude. He makes me excited to watch him play. You know what I mean? Like when he's stepping on that field. Yeah, he's fun. Man, he's so goofy, but when he wins, it's so hilarious because it's like, yeah, I understand. But like, you can't tell me it's like watching a grown kid play football right now is the funnest thing in NFL.
Yeah, he is fun to watch, man. James is fun.
He's like the R-Truth of football. Put it like that. He's
All facts, Auburn. All facts. All facts right there. I like the Broncos here. At this point right now, Bo Nix for president. I mean, that's all you hear. And you know, the biggest thing about Bo is those 9 years of college paid off. I was the one that said it. I don't care. They're like, he's a rookie. He's not a fucking rookie. He had 4 years of college. Then he had 4 more years of college. You know, he red shirted and purple shirted and green shirted.
I'll be honest.
You know,
I'm mad that y'all did not trade up to get him. I'm being realistic now.
I'm with you.
Like, I knew that. Like coming out of college, he would have been a really good quarterback for the Raiders. I really hate y'all didn't trade up together.
Here's the thing. You know, he was on our list, and the Broncos traded up. We did not trade up. They like the we got, according to what happened. You know, they can post whatever they want in the storyline. Supposedly, the Raiders had talked to the Broncos, and the Broncos were not picking Bo Nix. They were not going that route, and the Raiders decided they didn't need to move up, and they picked him. I mean,
how could a division rival do that? You know what I mean?
Why would you listen? Why would you listen to him in the first place?
Right.
Just trade the fuck up.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the first time you say, like, come on.
So y'all got duped on DC. Y'all got duped on.
I mean, you got to remember here in the Raider camp, John Elway is making the decisions up there, and you know. Come on, man. Shit. Right. We could have had Bo Nix.
Antonio Pierce do that. Antonio Pierce got on the phone. So you're not going to do it, right? Yeah. You're not going to pick. All right, we're going to sit back and wait. It's like, man, y'all could have got at least one of those quarterbacks. Because I love Garner Minshew, but one of those two could have failed to you guys. I think.
The guy, hey, shout out to, now I forgot his name. Help me out, D. Who's my quarterback last night?
Who for Caden? I mean, for Oakland. I mean, for Raiders.
Yeah.
Aiden.
Oh yeah, Aiden O'Connell, man. Hey, throw the ball, bro. 340 yards, 2 touchdowns on the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Let's go. You got sacked 4 times by Chris Jones, but Jesus, maybe there's a future there. I don't think so. I think we're gonna get Travis or Shador. Somebody's coming. We need a quarterback this year.
Need a quarterback.
I don't think I need to get a quarterback. Forget the playmaker. Get a quarterback.
Yeah, y'all
we
need
a
a quarterback.
Foundation first.
Yeah, we need. I mean, I really think that the foundation of last year's draft was around getting Bo Nix, and when they didn't draft up and get Bo, I think that the whole draft fell apart.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the thing about Bo for president at this point, he doesn't look like he do anything wrong. But in my book, he is still number 2 to Jaden Daniels. I'm sorry. Jaden Daniels is definitely your rookie of the year this year right now. Like if you do it right now, Jaden Daniels all the way.
I don't know. I don't know about that one. I don't know about
that.
Right now, at this point, right now, not before this game.
We're looking at a Hail Mary more than the whole game itself, too. Because that Hail Mary is one play. That's not to say the whole game was good.
I don't put a lot of value in that Hail Mary, other than the fact that we kept him in the game. I just feel like he's a better quarterback.
I think Bo Nix has been more
to the Browns when it happened.
Not the
Browns. Excuse me.
Yeah, I got you. But I think Bo Nix is more consistent than Jaden Daniels, honestly.
All right. Well, there you have it. That's your Monday Night Review. We're going to Week 12 here. And let's see. How low am I on here? Oh, Teddy has caught me, so I will go first. I'll be last.
Hey, appreciate it.
I'll be last. I don't get to do this very often, Teddy.
Me neither.
Hey, don't write my jokes for me, Teddy. I can do this all day. All right, so you know what? The funny part is, I'm in third, and I haven't hit the parlay one time.
Yeah,
I am 7 games behind, but I haven't hit the parlay. So keep going 5-1 with me. We're still winning. I'm at 70%. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
So, shout out to HR for getting me fixed with the Rams and the Chargers helmets. It didn't work last week. I still made the Rams play the Falcons, and I made the Rams play the Saints as well. I'm going to do a disclaimer right now. Every week, the Rams and the Chargers helmets have been fucking me up for years because between the Rams and the Raiders and the Chargers, y'all don't stay in one fucking place, man. California is fucking everything up with football. Are we, like just a minute ago, D-Minus calling us the Oakland Raiders. We're in Vegas.
I know, right? I did.
Hey, come on. Get somewhere and set some fucking roots, God damn. You're hurting old men. Anyways, I'm not touching that Chargers-Falcons game. I don't want nothing to do with that. The Colts will beat the Patriots. See how I did that, Charles? I went first for you because you wore that hat. I got to build your clout back up. The Colts will beat the Patriots. Texans over the Jaguars. The Hawks. For the Hawk, y'all beat them sorry Jets. Is that a prop? I don't know if that's a prop or not. Vikings over the Cardinals. Commanders over the Titans. And give me those Buccaneers over those sorry Panthers. So, Dollar-Sign 40 Apparel. Colts, Texans, Seahawks, Vikings, Commanders, Buccaneers for my first parlay. Let's go. All right, Teddy, you got the same record. You look a little better, but that's about it. What you going with this week?
Good thing we got no spreads in this one, so I have a chance.
Silly.
I will take the Falcons over the Chargers, though, because
woo!
I'm taking the Falcons over the Chargers, man. Something about that Falcons defense, when they step up, they show out, man. I do think they're going to do that tomorrow.
Passing Teddy.
Like, I don't believe in that Seahawks.
Gonna get my spot back.
Hey, because I would say this too. This is one of these middle. If you're a bad team, this is a good week to get a win. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
it really is.
It is.
I think the Jets can beat the Seahawks. I'm just not gonna bet.
What?
Yeah, I do believe that.
Yeah.
Again, it's just a bad week. But I do got the Colts beating the Patriots. Shout out to Charles. Probably the only time I ever picked them. I'm taking the Texans.
Wait a minute. Did you just shout them out and slam them in the same breath? That was fucking hot. What was your third pick?
I'm going to take the Texans over the Jaguars. I'm taking Buffalo over the struggling 49ers. Yeah, I said struggling. whooped the other night. I got the Commanders beating the Titans. They need to get a win to stay ahead of us. And I got the Buccaneers beating the Panthers pretty handily.
All right, so Teddy TKO says Falcons over the Chargers, Colts, Texans, Bills, Commanders, and Buccaneers. $sign TKO B-Town. D-. You've been on fire, bro. You've been on fire.
I don't know why these people not taking my bets, man. They should be making money like me, man, because I'm taking my own bets myself, man. So that go my Cash App, y'all. $sign D-. 1980. Let's get this money. I'll take the Colts also. And you know one thing, man, the Colts, everybody taking the Colts, man, make me like not want to take them now. So because this could be a setup game too. Patriots could beat them, man. Drake May ain't playing that bad, but
No.
I'm still gonna take the Colts. Let's take the Colts over the Patriots. Also, give me the Texans over the Jaguars. I take them Bills to beat the 49ers, man. I think 49ers just really, it's not themselves lately, man. They just been playing like, I don't know, man. Brock Purdy is coming back tomorrow, but I still think the Bills are a better team. And they in Buffalo, so I take the Bills. Give me the Vikings over the Cardinals. That's a tricky game too as well, but I think the Vikings can pull out at home. That's a tricky game. I take the Commanders over the Titans, even though they fucked my parlay up last week against the Giants. Against Dallas. I'm talking about my parlay, my big money parlay. That was the only team that I lost on my parlay sheet, man. Then my final one, I take the Buccaneers over the Panthers, man. So give me the Colts, Texans, Bills, Vikings, Commanders, and the Bucks. Let's get this money, baby.
I like it. All right, so I did that on purpose. I tried to speed through that a little bit because I wanted a couple extra minutes. D-, the fact that he's sick today, or however you want to say it, let's just talk about his shit, man. I was going to do this in a full panel with him here, but it's a lot easier when I'm not here. I don't have to mute him. What's wrong with the 49ers, in your opinion?
I think
Kuta push record.
I just think their chemistry is not there this year, man. They had a lot of injuries. Ayuk, Debo was gone for a couple of games. Purdy was gone a couple of games. Their defense is not where the defense been hurt. So a lot of things, man, been contributing to a lot of injuries, man. I think their chemistry is not there with people that's coming in bagging them up. However, I think they're going to get back on track. But I don't know. One thing about that division, they still can make the playoffs because they only one game behind, which is crazy. So they still got a chance to win their division. I'm not sure about the wild card. So you can't count them out, but right now they're not clicking. In order for them to do something, they got to beat Buffalo today, man. I think that'll be the way to go, but I hope they don't. But I think their chemistry is a little off, man. I think they've been dealing with a lot of injuries too, man. So that's why I think they're struggling.
All right. I'm going to tell you, in my opinion, I think that it's the same thing. The injuries are definitely a major thing on offense, but on defense, y'all are weak. Y'all got a weak, soft defense right now, and I'm just going to keep it the way it is. People are scoring too much on you. They're running too much on you. You're not that killer defense that you were last year. Other than the injuries, that's my point in there. TKO?
A couple things. Could it be the Super Bowl hangover that, again, like you just mentioned, that they put so much into that season or the past couple of ones? Sometimes you could be running out of juice. It doesn't matter if you do sign a young corner or two. You got to be able to sometimes rejuvenate that team from multiple Super Bowl losses. Let's be realistic. Number two, it's funny how we mentioned for them they have injuries, but the Cowboys, they have way more, and nobody gives them credit for the losses that they take. So I think it's weird that, again, not moving the goalposts, but I think it's funny how we notice it with the 49ers because we expect them to be dominating every year. But when they struggle, it shows just as much of a Cowboys team that, again, we're not even 100% right now. In that last game, I think we had 7 or 8 players out that are still starters compared to when the 49ers does it, we give them grace. So the last part I'd like to end with that is, shout out to O.J. Simpson, RIP, because we got the Buffalo Bills playing the 49ers. And O.J. was alive. I love watching Cameron on this podcast. So it is what it is. Shout out to O.J., baby. We love you.
That's a good point you just made, man. I
That's a
ain't think
great
about
point.
it.
That's a great point.
Well, we do say that about the 49ers, but as far as Dallas go, but I think we get hung with Dallas, man, because of Jerry Jones. And I think that part is where we don't even look at that. We look at something farther than the defense or getting injured. I think we look at the Jerry Jones situation, how he fumbled a lot of shit. So I think that's one of the reasons that we don't look at that way.
Because, like, again, you see, and I appreciate that. If you look at Parts' impact right now, he made C.J. Stroud and Jalen Daniels look weird. Like, C.J. was on fire until he seen Parsons. If you ever noticed in that game, even though they won in good fashion, if the offense could have been, a little bit on point, look at C.J.'s eyes since that game. He looks weirded out ever since that. Because last week he didn't look good against the Texans.
Yeah.
Like, Michael Parsons has an effect on some of those quarterbacks. After that game, they look a little disheveled game or two after that.
Right.
Facts. Great comments. Kuta, you can go ahead and push to stop saying that, buddy. That was for you, man. This next segment is brought to you by One Condoms. Here we go.
We have fun in DC.
Yeah.
You ain't muted nobody today, which I'm not feeling it.
I like everybody here. Yeah. I'm here to tell you when he's gone.
Yeah, appreciate that.
This segment brought to you by One Coms, 10 lanes, 9 girths, and over 60 sizes available. Download the Fit Kit from the website, print it, and cut it out to measure for the perfect size. And guys, you know you're not going to do all that shit. Just give it to your woman and let her do it. It'll be a lot more fun. She knows what the fuck she's talking about, and she's not going to add numbers. Why is that, guy? Why is that? Whenever we let's not go there.
Yeah. Let's see what
let's not go there. Let's not go there because then it's going to fuck up my I'm just saying. It's going to be really weird here without Kuta doing the I'm just saying. Who wants to go last? I don't want to go last.
I'll go first.
I'll go last.
Okay, you go last? Okay, Teddy said I want to go first. All right, Teddy. By popular demand, you are first. What are you just saying? Brought to you by One Condoms.
I may mess this up for D-, but this is not towards him. It's towards it's one thing when we get older, we start to mature about how we talk about sports. So if you're gonna waste my time talking about sports, please come correct. So I got a friend of mine, a good friend from college, Michael Lee. That's my boy. I'm one of those type of people. I will not go back and forth with you if I ain't care for you. Because again, I like to have fun conversations. Right. He's a Steelers fan. I'm 37 years old, right? We both went to college at the same time. Now, as a Steelers fan, I respect the Steelers organization. They're classy. They've always been a class act. And they fans, again, we have fun going back and forth, when we played each other this year and whenever we do play. It's always a good thing when you see two championship organizations collide in battle. It's a special occasion. We know that. But this man, every single week, literally goes in on the Cowboys. For like the past 18 years. I don't know what we've done to you personally that irritates you so bad. But what I hate is when somebody want to play this game where, you wasn't born and dude, you wasn't born when the Steelers won 4 Super Bowls. All right, I wasn't either. So you go and shut that up. Like I don't want to hear that. But you was alive when we won those 3 in the 90s. All right, pay respect to the Cowboys just as much as I respect you guys. And we came around 1960, and it's been from 1960 to 2000. We have been in Super Bowl 8 times. No other franchise has done that in that time span. All right. So when you talk about the Cowboys, come correct. I know a bunch of youngins may watch the show and y'all Chiefs fans because, again, we understand the matrix. We get it just as much as I am a Cowboys fan. But one thing y'all going to learn about me, and I'm going to close it up and saying this, you will respect the Dallas Cowboys. So for all you say that up, straight up and down, we got to win against you guys. You don't see me bragging about it every week. It was a good football game. I really believe if Russell was in there, it'd have been different. Yeah. But I will tell you right now, for all of you out there, you will respect the five-time Super Bowl champions, all right? And that's it. That's all I'm saying.
Damn.
Well, I guess we know why he wanted to go first.
Yeah.
That's it.
Set the bar, baby. Go ahead. Well, let me go ahead and turn it down a little bit so Deion ain't got to follow that shit. I'm just saying. Atlanta Braves. I love where my radio station is down at your ballpark. And I know the 2025 All-Star game's coming. But you ain't raising my rent. I'm just saying. My radio station doesn't make any extra money because the All-Star game's there. I have no way to recoup a 28% rise for 2025. And the fact that you're calling it, hey, you got some crazy fucking word that came in the contract that I had to call my lawyer for to find out what the hell it meant. You're only raising it for 2025, and then 2026 it goes right back to what it is now. Do you really need to make your money on the All-Star game on the people that rent the buildings around your property? I don't understand how I recoup that. It's just not fair. I'm just saying.
Damn. You can keep it wild, DC.
Uh-oh.
It's more of a group thing.
Oh, no.
Well, I mean, I just want to say this. And I want you guys' opinion. I mean, honestly. How could you not have Travis Hunter as one of your top defensive player of the year? I think it was a Jim Thorpe Award. Didn't even get nominated.
Not
Didn't even get nominated. He wouldn't even won the top. Like, how can you not look over this guy's resume for defensive player of the year? I want to hear you guys. I mean, that's my whole thing. I'm just saying. I don't understand how. And you better not snub him from the Heisman because the guy, even yesterday, 3 touchdowns, interception, 100 yards receiving. Even Shador should be in that final list. He threw 5 touchdowns yesterday. You got to stop looking at this Colorado team, which went from what 2 wins last year to what 8 this year.
Yep.
Come on, man. He coach of the year. Should be coach of the year. He should be coach of the year.
Yeah, not even getting nominated.
And not even nominated.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying. I mean, you guys talk for me. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't get it.
How you leave Travis Hunter off the Jim Thorpe Award is crazy. And me and D Minus talked about this yesterday. I get it a little bit because he's going to win the Heisman. You don't win both. Nobody ever wins the Thorpe and the Heisman. But that doesn't mean you leave him off the list.
Right.
You know, only number 1 wins. Why not make him number 5? Put him on a fucking list. How can you not award a two-way player the best defensive award of the year? It's blasphemy. Ooh, I used a big word. Teddy.
It reminds me of somebody like Charles Woodson.
Oh, man.
Let's be realistic. He could have been in that conversation. He could have won
all the time.
Yep.
Yeah. So I wouldn't say so much as again the personality, persona. Because let's be realistic. I love what Deion done this season, but I would give it to my man in Indiana. Let's say again, if they win today, handily, I think I'd give it to Indiana too.
I'm not giving it to him until after these playoffs, man. If Indiana makes that dance.
Yeah,
and they do well. You gotta remember, they've only played 1 game against a big team.
Yeah, that's it.
And they got slaughtered. That doesn't make you coach of the year. Look what Prime has done.
Yeah.
I mean, I love me some Prime, yes, but I would say some of these games. Now, nothing against him, not at all. But we're looking at the metrics of being a playoff contender team.
Man,
they dropped the ball a couple of times. Like against Kansas, they really dropped the ball with those rushing yards.
Yeah, they did.
I mean.
Yeah.
Anyway, this has been Get Money Sports. Great show, fellas. And we will see you next week at 10 o'clock on Saturday. I will be down at the studio. We got a special 1 o'clock interview. So we'll check you out then. Y'all keep easy.
Peace out, y'all.
Yep.